Really interesting talking point, right? This is a map, just to run through kind of some numbers for you guys for at home. 75% win rate for the likes of M80, played 8 times. 72% win rate for the likes of BetBoom, played 18 times. So both of these sides love this map. It's been a really solid part of it. For a while, this map actually was a permaban for M80 that's now started to change. And it is actually a map in which has become very confident for them. On the other side, this map is usually first picked by BetBoom, but they decided to float it here. We have the knife round for you so we can continue discussing, but M80 at the moment find themselves with a 4-map winning streak on this map. You know, at one time was their perma. It's now actually arguably one of their best maps. It's been really good for them. They've worked hard on it and made it a strong part of their game. Oh, into the 1v1 here. Whoever hits the right click wins the knife and gets that CT side start. Sin showing a bit of love. Couple of stickers coming down. All right. What do we got, boys? Oh, there we go. Zorte will see it off. So, BetBoom get their choice of where they want to start. I'm going to assume CT side.
Yeah, it would make sense. It's obviously not the craziest CT side, but I think just every pro player. Wouldn't you? Yeah. Wouldn't you at home? Wouldn't you start on CT side? Exactly. Why would you start T side? You know, Anubis, maybe there's an argument to be made, but even then, that's only really for the top 1% of the top 1%, I would say. So, you know, I think it doesn't really matter too much on Mirage here, but a lot of teams, they like that CT side. It's comfortable. It's familiar. And I don't know, it's kind of tough, isn't it? If you start on the T end and then you have a rough run and then you're going into the CT side as well, it just feels a lot harder. You have to really step your game up.
Yeah, I think the word used there is exactly that. It's the familiarity, right? It's just, you know, from going towards CS2, it is just one of those things where teams found a lot more favor in terms of being able to not so much dictate the tempo, but be able to respond to it in kind and try and put pressure on that T side. I mean, it is a game which has always preferred that CT side in terms of percentages, and I think that's a big thing, of course, now at the top level. Mirage, though, is where we are heading in what has been a very weird game of Counter-Strike. 13-5 map number 1, BetBoom take away M80's pick of Anubis with ease. Then we head to BetBoom's pick of Ancient, where M80 win it even easier, 13-1. So it's safe to say, heading into Mirage, I haven't got a clue what's going to happen. I don't even want to make a prediction because this one feels all up in the air. Who knows what we're going to get?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a difficult call. I think M80 may well just be riding on a high. I think it might be a vibes situation, you know. Yep. They really did look good after that first map. And just, yeah, when they finished, a lot of applause, a lot of let's go, boys. See, that's what we can do. Great recovery, not allowing the first map to get to them, etc., etc. So I got a bit of belief in M80. They're a plucky bunch. What is it the Americans would say? I think they would say they're spunky.
Yes, not a word used in the United.
No, it isn't. No, it's not.
For
there's
less than apparent reasons.
Right, but they have just really turned things around, and I think that they look good. Yeah. They look good. So I like the way things are panning out here, and I'm gonna lean the way of M80 a little bit.
All right, I'm sure that is music to the ears. Some of the NA guys at home, they seem very happy on Twitter. Post feature there. No, Maui, Darth Mike, Paladin, the rest of them all pretty happy. Let's go on to a third. Let's see whether M80 could do them justice. Wreck for the first. Chiron gonna answer back. Looking for a couple more fights. Swisher finds Zorte with the flames, the fire tickling the toes, burning them to a crisp, giving them the numbers as the bomb goes down, and Slacks will double it down. But an answer back on towards Siren in this back and forth affair. Sin sticks around the smoke.
Yeah, these Julies as well. Man, they could just mow anybody down at the moment on the T side of things. Chiron, fast, fine Swisher. That was one of the low HP players. It's Sin on this P250. He's got the HP, and he, of course, is playing around the bomb, just trying to work his way as far as possible. It's all going to be down to Wreck on the Glock. Get the kill. That might just be enough. Oh, he stays alive somehow. Oh, my God. The crab survives the 1v1 and buys just enough time to confirm the round. M80 walking away with the first.
Oh, ladies and gents, we're in for a game. Whether it's a good one, I can't guarantee that, but we're in for one of them. It is, again, just a wild way to end out a pistol. Just tucking his head behind Tetris there is enough to keep him alive, buy him time. He gets the guy off the bomb, And the last man surviving just cannot find the kill in time to be able to double back and defuse himself. So very close, very wacky. Siren, yes, it's good for his individual stats and maybe his confidence, but it isn't going to make a difference. Missed the jump in towards ladder. So just going to stay tucked there, Kyron. It is a force buy for BetBoom. He got Siren on the M4, and then P9 for Kyron, and then a couple of greater pistols. Double Deagle, Julies, I guess. But M80, much better buy for them. Firepower is good, and they're going to slow things down. They just want to make sure they don't find their way in towards that gamble stack. It does look like confidence is at a bit of a high as well for M80. Of course, you would expect that off the back of that sort of a map they've just had, but the mid-round and late-round calling at a sim is something that we've really questioned off the back of Anubis, and it looks considerably cleaner at the moment.
Swisher looking for this kill. Will be heard with the drop of the jump, but maybe that was part of his plan. Finds the entry here. Oh, it's not looking good though. Sin goes down, Swisher's low. The M4 is right around the corner. I don't like the way that this looks. Molotov not going to spread to Siren. Another Deagle kill coming round. Bomb plant being attempted desperately, and somehow Malbs is going to get the bomb down, but that's all they're going to get. BetBoom, relentless. Frags left, right, and center. M80 with no answer.
Force buy winning out is so important. And of course, with a bomb plant and then the force buy winning for BetBoom, M80, you'd expect they're going to answer back with a force buy of their own. How much they can bring to the table, I question. It might be a Tech 9 armor buy, bit of util, those sort of buys, but essentially winning. That could really change the early part of this map. Really good stuff as well, but really poor from M80. A little bit kind of lost in transition. Just as I was calling upon the kind of the mid to late round, it's actually sort of less them down to a degree. You do see a force come through for M80. They got one rifle, a Galil for Swisher. Already gets tagged down to half. And a few pistols alongside it. What have they got? Well, not a good start. Nafany for one. Looking for two. Ooh, get it with the support of magnojez. Now the bomb spotted as well. In a good position.
Nafany, deeper Molotov, even more control of this ramp area. Nade tickles him. But not enough, not enough. Flash goes in. That gives the position away as well as a panicked spray from Rec on the Tech 9. Exactly what BetBoom are after, you know? Just gather some info, lay down the law, make them expend utility, and of course make them a bit nervous moving into this A site.
So let's see, where to now? This side have plenty to work with, in all fairness. Still feels like a weird scenario where in this 3v5, if they can't find a kill relatively early, you could even make arguments. I mean, maybe not to save, but at least for Slacks to keep that Galil in play. Have something to work in the next round. The other two kind of have to die. Especially for the kill bonus carrying around the corner. One is crossing towards ladder. Sin gonna get his kill. Nade could see him off, should see him off, but he just about gets away in time. Good reactions. Nafany at range. Slack spots and drops. There's a chance opening up here, but time is ticking. 10 seconds, boys. That bomb will go down as well, so they can't deny that. Sin's making a lot of noise, and Slacks, as Sin baited them in, Slacks will find the kill. How are they making this round possible? On the swing through CT, Sarah will answer back.
Mate, there's just absolutely no letting up in this round. The Counter-Strike is everywhere. Rec, nearly confirms it. Still looking good for Sin, but not great, you know. There's no kit for Siren. How lucky is that? He's so very low, and Sin just pre-fires around the corner to find the kill in the second round for M80. Oh my God, just after being reset. Oh, mate, this is absolute carnage. And it is absolutely what M80 are after. Wow.
Yeah. Chaos. The chaos. I mean, honestly, it's what we want. In a game that has made zero sense, this is exactly what we want. Just continue going down the rabbit hole of insanity here. Okay, magnojez jumping on towards Shaw. Full blind. Delete Swisher for a preemptive shot, and he sticks around for more as well. Might be better for nade, and malbs will answer back. I mean, that's been the narrative, hasn't it, really? magnojez laying down the gauntlet, and malbs responding in kind, and he doubles it down, in fact, with a second of his own. Beautiful work. Beautiful from him.
M80 in with a really clean chance at finding this. Slow encroachment. What's to say bomb site? The only thing BetBoom have maybe got going for them is the flank from Nafany. But I mean, is it going to be in time? I don't know, Chief. I don't think so. An attempt made, unfortunately, overwhelmed by the numbers. It will just be the IGL from behind. Might be able to get one with this position. Don't see him really doing much more than that at the end of the day. He's going to confirm the location. Oh, of one. He spotted out. Decent find there onto Sin. It's all about this Palace player at the moment, but he's got a read on that. Caught on the ladder, unfortunately. Third round in for M80. Some damage done at the end by BetBoom. Ultimately, though, M80 looking good again. Lead starting to build.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about kind of consolations and stuff, but it is, you know, in this sort of situation where it was back and forth in terms of the force buys, now officially kind of losing and a bit of a consecutive round put on the board here by M80, this is a good start. And now we can say for BetBoom, pressure kind of back on their shoulders again. They can't afford to force again in towards this one. So a low buy of P250 and a 5.7 is all they've got to work with. And it's a full contact play here through ramp, with one just holding a range from stairs for the elevated angle. The smoked up con, they can just walk all the way towards B, and they're going to realize very quickly that nobody's home.
Sin, a little chaotic, but he will get that first kill. Indeed, the B bomb site, easy pickings here. Might be able to drop this Mac 10 at the end of the day. M80 on for another. As BetBoom struggle in the same way they struggled on Ancient. They are yet to get a rifle round off the ground in a clean map and a half. That's a team kill from the USP as well. What's going on? Chiron's got 2. So it would actually be a 3-on-3 right now. Oh my goodness. The malb spray is a little rough. That one's cleaner. M80 do get it. Still losing a couple, you know, is pretty decent. Both of them going on the same player as well. That's a lot of cash built.
It's true. It's true. But one of those rounds where we're not really looking all too much to come from it. A couple of kills you're taking. The team kill, kind of funny, but, you know, thankfully, I guess it's not a full rifle round with a big investment and all the rest. We don't have to sit here and kind of, you know, slam them a little bit for the mistakes. We can say, yeah, here's what it is. Push mid in. This is a big call. And Sin, well, after call from the grave, as he gets caught, slacks the very least answers back, jumping out toward the B side. The flashes are beautiful, and malbs just that bit better. Double from him, but it's still a 2 versus 2.
Zorte, risky move across the window. Bomb going to go down here. Planted for short, interestingly enough. I think it's just kind of a desperate plant. Swisher can work with the smoke that came in from the CT side, though. To get himself into a decent post-plant position. Timing going to be everything on this one. He's not quite around the corner. Nafany drops him all down to slacks. Immediate tap onto the bomb. Yeah, he can't quite get in, and I don't think he realizes he's spotted a player. That's a gun barrel. It does actually get him off of it, but can't get the kill, can't get round. And indeed, BetBoom will finally get themselves on the board in, yeah, long time trying to do some maths here. 19 rounds it takes them to get a rifle on the board, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy as well that in that particular scenario, it's actually just the post plant that lets them down. It's, you know, in towards apartments. I don't know whether that's a miscom. You know, plant for short, but the player playing through abs. I don't know whether he thought they were planting for abs, which I would have expected as you just popped out from that position. I don't know why they went for a short play. And, you know, they plant for short. and then Swisher dies going to clear it because they assume somebody's there. It's a weird one. I feel like that was very much cluttered comms that let M80 down there. And BetBoom, lifeline given their way as well. We'll be back here for M80, a reinvestment. But Sin can only bring a Tech 9 to the party. Slacks as his favorite AWP, and 8Ks alongside it should be enough. You'd hope.
Big nade down below. Oh, clean find from malbs. What an open. What an open. Let's see if they can keep it rolling here. Oh, the nade damage is massive onto Sin. He's got to be careful not to go down here. The nade's raining in somehow. He manages to survive, but it's baited Zorte into the fight. And he will fall. Advantage, M80. Where do they go from here?
Well, the wrong way, apparently, because they're walking in towards Chiron. And Siren's got such an insane flank here. They might not expect it on this timing. Nafany backside, you are the last talisman towards this site. What have you got for us? Well, a kill. Not a bad start. And he's trying to avoid the potential of an AWP player in towards theirs. He can't do that, but the MP9, we spoke about this flank, and it pops up. Uh-oh. Slack's all alone with it all to do. 1v2 and all pulled out for him to try and pull off some magic. What have you got? First shot, missed. Second shot, getting pressured upon here and cleaned out by the USPS. Good round for BetBoom, a chaotic one, and it all comes down to that flank through underpass.
Yeah, mental. Absolutely mental. But the Counter-Strike remains alive here. And this game just keeps on delivering. It is a brawl. Timeout coming in. Def getting vocal. As they try and work it out. What's been working? How are BetBoom wanting to approach things? It's a tough round to stomach here because they have no money. Not much they can do. It'll be 4-4 before they can respond.
So the conversation to be had, but yeah, like you said, right? No buy here, so unfortunately for Def, he'll have to watch this round probably not amount to all too much. BetBoom responding in kind and pretty effectively, at least we're getting a competitive map. It's been a bit of a rarity in this series as we come to our third, but we said on paper that this is the best opportunity to have a real kind of brawl, a real back and forth, and I mean, that is exactly what we are getting. Siren. Nade in hand. If he threw it now, he'd do a hell of a lot of damage. He might have just spotted the pixel. Good little chunk there. Good information as well off the sound cue. M80, if they get a bomb plant, that'd be lovely, but it does feel unlikely.
Siren, nice find. Need to keep it rolling here. Got Chiron in for support. Close to brute forcing a plant, but not quite. malbs, of course. Good for one. That's all she wrote for that round, though. BetBoom evening things up quickly. This is what we were waiting for. Timeout has come round, of course, in the round prior. So M80, we're assuming, have got big plans for this one.
So, yeah, like you said, this big gun round needs to really deliver quite emphatically. What have you got for us? What's your M80? Not a huge amount in terms of the pockets. No AWP. Double Galil. You are prioritizing that utility, which I can respect. It's something that's been very, very key to giving them M80 space on towards sites. It's basically one of the main things that's facilitated them a lot of this space when it comes towards the bomb plants too. That's just the post plants that have primarily been letting them down. Molotov will come towards under. He'll slow Sin down. Now Swisher starts to make a move through short. He has the support of malbs as well. This is good mid control being taken for M80. This has been a given. Most rounds. Zorte spots one. A little late on the shot though, but that's a tough angle.
The back away from M80. reduces the game back to the neutral. It really is a tense match here. You know, there's a lot of high-octane moments, but also quite a bit of slowdown, quite a bit of, ooh, I don't know if we want to go for this. You know, it's not working percentage-wise. Everybody playing very disciplined until it does indeed pop off. Daphne up close here. Could be big. Traded instantly, though. And that will cause the burst here on towards the A bomb site. Straight into the nade. Not looking good. There's still 2 remaining on the site itself. Rotation coming round from Zorte in time. Pressure now from short as well. That'll be smoked off. But a difficult run into the site itself. Yeah, rotations all too strong. Just malbs that remains, and he is swiped out from the side. BetBoom take the lead.
And for BetBoom as well, this is really important. Tail end of this first half as well. Picking up form, making sure they can lock in or try to lock in this CT side. From that kind of back and forth, since we've seen BetBoom claim a lead and claim a little bit of consistency, this is where everything's gone in their favor. And you can see Def getting vocal once again. He knows how important this early to mid part of this first half is, and it's already starting to get a little dicey. Yesterday, a 1-round lead for BetBoom, but it's just how important it can be. Looking a little further in. Getting proactive. Everybody keenly listening in here as well. They know if they can make this, at the very least, a tied game in this first half, we're working with something. If they go in at a deficit, especially the deficit that's been, you know, on the card here potentially for BetBoom, I mean, with them having the opportunity to go 8-4, that could start to be the beginning of the end. Look a little bit similar to what we saw on Anubis. 2 out of 3 timeouts called by Def already, though. He knows how important this is.
Not expecting too much out from this. We do have something, whoa, a bit faster. Yeah, and Siren panics ever so slightly as he sees the T's coming over the top. They'll all remain alive, at least for the time being. Swisher runs out of ammunition at the worst possible time. He might have had a flanking frag there. Not the case, unfortunately. Slack's left alone to do it all. Oh, no way. Oh, it's close. It is close. But he's denied at the very final hurdle.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine. He gets that third. The first 2 are just ridiculous. Hope we can see this again, man. They were quick. That was a scrappy round of Counter-Strike. And much, much closer than it should have been. Slacks is double. Unfortunately for him, not good enough. 6-4. M80, a buyout, and potentially could be their last of the half, a last truthful buy. They can't once again get a bomb plant. Slacks doesn't take a shot, and that maybe can hit him in the kill. Sin will be tagged up at range, and Kyron going to keep going close here. I don't think Sin realizes how precarious his position he's in. He could get caught on the rotation away, but he'll just about get away in time.
Slacks, clean find. Daphne, oh yeah, they were ready for his aggression, man. It's super, super common. 5v3 in favor of M80. Could be a big round here. They have to convert it. Looks to be an A hit. Zorte's position going to be known, but he responds and finds malbs. Quick flick. Meanwhile, Chiron. Oh no, drops in front of Sin, who makes a meal of it, but no response was there. It's Siren in from dark that could do the damage. Finds 2. Is it enough? Not quite sure here. Zorte. 2 to find. Low HP. You don't fancy his chances. He's going to be heard. He's just barreling on in, not wasting any time at all. The wall bang lands onto Wreck. And he's got a read. He's got an idea. It's stairs. It's jungle. It's con. It's that side of the site. It absolutely has to be with a plant like this. Up through stairs goes Sin. It's risky, but it pays off. And M80 move within 1.
My god, that was so close. So close. And he had the right idea as well when he's holding stairs, but Sin just doesn't peek until he hears some sort of noise. Knows that with the AWP as well, that he basically has the advantage if he plays pace, and that's exactly what happens. But yeah, like you said, that wasn't an inherent risk, though. There was a chance that it could have gone a little south. It doesn't. Not the end of the world. Oh, And he boosted up. And he comes over. It does a good amount of chunk damage. Final round of the half. M80. Get a 6-all. That's okay. It's feasible. It's workable. Has to be said, even if BetBoom gets 7-5, you've got to give them, you know, first of all, a lot of credit for how they've been playing, but also maybe a little cause for concern because these pistols, Sin. Great shot. Magnojez just overplays his cards there and he'll get caught.
Speedy move here from M80, getting some short control. And they are indeed just holding W, like Def said, like Sin says. Oh my goodness, 2 quick kills coming around. And that might just be all that is needed here for this round. Nafany, great angle from him, but slacks on the AWP, deals with him. Zorte alone again. Flashed off, cross comes in. He's got a good idea of 1 or 2, right? But all 4? I doubt it. Another flash. Ineffective, but it's just going to slow him down, isn't it, really? Sin's on the backside. Kinda. Okay, he's not going to dedicate to moving in there. Not going to be needed as Rek finds the final frag of the first half. And what better way for it to end after the first half? 6-2-6, all even. They have to break it apart in the second half. Hello, everybody. Welcome back around. We are looking into the second half. of this third and final map. Pretty explosive series. We figured, to be honest, it might have been over quickly, you know, and maybe we weren't the only ones out there that thought that. In all fairness, BetBoom had a very clean first map, stole it away from M80, but M80, what an answer. What an answer it was, and now we move on to Mirage, and you can't split them. This pistol might do a good job of that. Looks to be a B burst from BetBoom.
Oh, hang on. Spotted. Bart's in. Stepping up close and stepping up in a way which is doing enough just to buy some time. It's malbs who does all the damage, though. 4 kills, they made that 5. malbs has walked away with a nice little sneaky ace there. Sin was baiting all the attention, and malbs tapping heads. An ace for him. Swisher got an ace on the Julies to start off the day. My, oh my, M80 love a pistol round.
Certainly looks that way, sir. Certainly does look that way. Oh my goodness, we'll see here what BetBoom can do to answer. They've actually looked pretty good in the sort of secondary rounds, the follow-up rounds, as it were. So I'm curious if they've got anything in the back pocket for this one. Definitely going to need something.
Tech pause. I saw a water bottle being handed over.
Yeah.
Is it a water break? It's like the Qatar World Cup. You know what I mean? You don't actually watch football.
No idea what you mean.
Yeah, you don't watch football.
Yeah.
We're watching
with the British Classic there, mate, where you say something.
Yeah, British Classic.
You know what I mean afterwards. Like,
whilst looking at it, whilst watching an American team, like, they'll understand either. But I'm going to assume it is water break. Everyone's got the headphones on and stuff. There you go. Nice and quick. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Back to business. 76 M80. Of course, for them, important getting that pistol around, giving them a little bit of an advantage. BetBoom, like you said, they love these forces. They're going to go for it. And they've had pretty good success. And it might be another quick one here. This time they're going to be met with a Molotov.
Sin up close on the MP9. They're bursting in, but they're not ready for him. He takes 2. He drops back. That's so well played. It allows his teammates to come into the fray. He does get traded out, but surely the defense, yeah, is going to be strong enough from here now that Slacks is in the mixture. Anthony on the Tech 9. Down he goes. And that will be number 8 for M80. Looking very good, shutting down the force buy before it really got going.
Making sure that one is no real question mark for us, right? No real conversation to be had. Flying into fights, into the MP9. A consolation kill, you take it, but 8-6. Because that was a force as well, losing it in the fashion that they did for BetBoom. No bomb plant or anything of the sort, just that one solo kill. Not going to give them anything here, so M80 going to take a real chunk of a lead early. And on this CT side, that's very, very important.
The crab tactic here in the underpass.
A personal favorite.
Can get behind it, you know. Together we are strong. Swisher going to take out Nafani, and well, yeah, this looks like a pretty deadly setup now, doesn't it? There's a couple of them in con there. Swisher had the top middle. Not a chance. Doesn't work. BetBoom getting shut down at every venture, man. This is a great start for M80 here.
It is. It is. Everything they're trying at the moment is coming up trumps. No, nothing is working for the side. M80 look like the hopefully more conclusive roster. And maybe as well now, you have kind of a bit of a 2020 vision, bird's eye view about the whole thing. We can kind of just say, well, that map number 1 was a hiccup. They weren't really, you know, awake. Obviously, they traveled quite a long way. And they were, I think, you know, we kind of saw it when we were speaking to Def as well, right? Him saying they were playing a qualifier all the way up until the day before they flew. So they've had, you know, very little time to kind of prepare themselves for this land environment. But after they've shook off a bit of the land rust, they're looking pretty damn good. Nothing going to get caught. No one towards B is a wild decision, though. He's actually giving them the ability to just jump out on the site. They're playing full retake now.
Slacks. What's he going to get done here? Not much. It's Sin. The next one up to Bat. Oh, my goodness. This is messy. This is very messy. And Sin taken on the edge of the smoke. Down to just 2. Bomb goes down. Malbs. He's not quick enough. He's not available enough for that final frag. It will be Wreck, and I think he has just been heard with a bullet landing there. A little squish into the flesh. So the hunt is on for him, and down he will go. magnojez gets the catch. BetBoom on the board with the rifle. So here we go. The game's certainly still on. BetBoom looking good in that sense. I mean, it was the bonus, right? Bit of a risky move from M80, but they kind of have to down the middle. They should be able to put up a pretty good buy here. It's all about the response from that M80 side of things. I would predict they're going to go for something very straightforward. Maybe down middle. Yeah, it's quite a common response here if that is indeed what they're going for. Maybe a crunch fire short as well with 2 players out, on towards B, 2 towards mid. But like, I don't know. I think BetBoom will be ready for a move like this. You can see Nafany definitely ready now that he spotted that shadow. Yeah, all too easy, all too predictable.
Good response from Wreck, though. In through back A, but he gets caught. He actually gets spammed through Ticket. Falls to the hands of Siren. He deletes him. Slacks has an opportunity, but I don't think he at least heard. Jumping on towards stairs. Doesn't matter, though. Going to get his. Looks for a second as well. Round that corner. We better have Molotov, and now he knows the stairs control is taken, but Sin can't respond to it, at least effectively. 1v2, and we call upon Slacks again. He pulled it down to a 1v1 last time with a lovely wallbang. What has he got?
Bomb ticking away. Nothing being shown here from BetBoom. Have to get this one. Drop. Heard. The round may be secured off the back of it. He doesn't have a kit, so there's not really much that he can do with this smoke. He's going to tap onto the bomb, try and draw them out. But they are set up and very ready for him to move in from CT there. Brilliantly played in the end by BetBoom. Very well disciplined, which is great to see. It started off as a very fast, aggressive round. You can sometimes see players fall into the trap of just keeping the fights coming, you know, keeping the peaks coming, but they do well to tone it down when it's needed.
Oh, man, we've got a game on our hands here, man. Absolutely. At the moment, this is a really good little response out of BetBoom and forcing M80 to use their 3rd and final tack pause. Now, if this was to go to overtime, they would get one more. This is the last time we are going to see Def get on the mic. And that itself is, might be a little damning. Then all the pressure gets put onto the shoulders of Sin. Probably a little bit of a swisher as well. An important part of the leadership project of this M80 side. He's obviously been very crucial to them since this roster got put together. Yeah, 9-8, M80 clinging on to a lead, but most likely expected to lose it here in round number 18. Quad stack towards B is the play. Make that 5 as Sin will go and join them. Drops a bit of util to the room, so there's a bit of presence towards A, but it's not going to be the case. And BetBoom are falling for it. They're flying out. No one's here. And that'll be that. Nice little setups, nice little boosts over towards B.
I like the idea.
Not going to get any use. Yeah. Bring it into your matchmakings, into your premieres.
Hopefully, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter in Premier, does it?
Yeah.
To be honest, what you do, there'll be some guy spinning around and shooting you through a wall anyway.
The Beyblade will come through and there's nothing you can do really. Or just get double dinked, wall banged. You're like, all right, sound. Nice. Love it. New profile? Okay.
Yeah.
BetBoom
has yet to set up their profile. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wonder why.
Love to see. All right. M80 moving around, trying to do a bit of damage here, but not going to be allowed. BetBoom mowing them down. M80 have quickly got to find themselves again. It started off very well into the second half, but yeah, the T side's taken over.
Yeah. And considering as well that it's slightly interesting in the sense that Def called for his final tack pause before a no-buy, right? You'd assume in the majority of cases, a lot of teams like to call them prior to the buy, to essentially kind of make a plan out of spawn and, plan B and C if things go south, right? But they call for a pause prior to a round with it kind of guaranteed to lose anyway. It's a real interesting decision, but I guess also for Def, it's a hard partly about the vibes in the team too. Can he help them out? And so far, so good. Malbs finds the first. Nafany gets caught, util in hand, and the util really just didn't do enough to even really warrant M80 being scared. Malbs might get tested again. Another lurking in the smoke. Who spot two? Oh my god, well, it's going to be wreck, in fact.
Oh, magnojez through the smoke, deleted. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Just kills all over. BetBoom trying to walk their way out, I guess, towards that A site and just get absolutely shut down. Some of these rounds, man, are just crazy.
They are, man. Like, half of them don't make sense, and that's what I love. And they're so difficult to break down. Zorte, he's trying to save now as well. And again, you know, are you even given the luxury here? He's kind of playing one of the more common angles to save from, but he got 40 seconds to kill. Yeah, he's surely going to get checked. So much time. And it's not that M80 have a lot of money to work with, which they don't, but they can afford a couple of rifles lost in the hunt to save for this AWP or to find this saving AWP. Rex got the right idea. He's made a bit of noise as well, jumping up onto the ledge. They are starting to make a little move. You can kind of see Slacks is holding for it. He doesn't want to lose his AWP. Yeah, this last 5 seconds, they are actually going to give him the luxury. Yeah. I thought maybe they'd have a look in because the only place they don't check. And Zorte keeps out of the AWP.
Okay. Slow down a little towards the end there. The replays will remind us that it was quite intense. Really, really great stuff from M80, hitting that double digits first. Oh man, all to play for here at the tail end of the day, M80. It's good, clean round. We're going to have to replicate it somehow. And a very simple B face here from BetBoom. Down below, try and get some pressure going. But the main prong of the attack might be the B site itself.
Well. magnojez waiting behind a smoke. Bomb wants to go towards B, and at the moment would be the right decision. Only one man here, Sin anchoring alone. All he got is a smoke and a flash to the eye. They haven't committed the bomb yet, but it's very much in that direction. It does feel like they're setting up for a split. One through short and one to hold rotations through window, potentially.
Sin still not spotting anything just yet. He's going to get caught by a contact play. Smart from BetBoom. Really unorthodox and really is risky, but the window was there, you know. He laid down some utility. I think they might have heard him stepping a bit towards the short area. And unfortunately for M80, not really much that they could do from here. They're going to they're going to save and take their weapons into the next round.
Yeah.
Same logic as ecoing, I suppose, but BetBoom will immediately even things up.
They have to as well. I think it's just not enough built up long term to basically facilitate even giving this a go. A contact play, like you said, just a little bit of a different sort of play out of BetBoom where they are early to mid round very slow. And they just hope they can find a fight, and they do, and they get it perfect. I mean, it's one of those things that a contact play which fails looks a little dumb at times, right? And it makes you kind of question, why didn't they throw any util? But the contact play that works, you got to give them credit. Part of it is a bit of fortune, a bit of favor. It just gives them, smoke thrown towards short. Off the back of that, they know that, well, if they pop on towards this guy anyway, there's going to be no smoke to deny him kind of stopping them. BetBoom going to call for a timeout of their own. Bring Railway, the coach, into the conversation. And if that is right in saying their first time out, but I guess it probably would be right. That's what he called all three of his, and of course they can use them as well. So hasn't been a need for Railway to enter the fray. Nafany's been doing most of the work himself in terms of the leadership department. But a 10-all, a very important time to take a breather if you are BetBoom, who have just made this a real possibility.
Oh. Replay cut off a little bit, but magnojez got the kill. Before, well, just after it cut off, I suppose. Zorte will open up. Immediate aggression. M80 have had a big part of their defense taken away. Slacks is not at the top end of the scoreboard, but 16 kills on that AWP in particular. He's been having quite the effect. Sin will move around to retrieve the AWP, but they have to back off and lick their wounds here.
All goes quiet. Right idea here, Zorte. Swisher. At the moment, not facing himself. As the molly comes over, he crosses. That's perfect timing. A2. Swisher. Really, really great little 1-2 punch. 1 kill and a trade from Swisher. That round, early doors has done really well for him. Molotov comes over as he crosses. Nade breaks the smoke to give a potential at a kill. And he gets a trade too, but it still is a 3 versus 3.
45 seconds left on the clock. This is such a risky move. Contacting up short, man. So many different angles where you could be attacked from, but no one on M80 is taking the peak. Oh, nearly for Swisher, but he just misses the timing on it. I believe he had a little look towards short there. Doesn't come his way. Sin, meanwhile, holding for the B push, but it's not going to be Apps first. Oh, maybe it is. Goodness me. That's a risky, risky peak. 2 Molotovs in. Still, Sin, he sticks around to try and find this first frag on what is now a retake. Do they want to go for this, though? He's slowly backing away. Smoke comes in, and the call might just be to save, with no opportunity presenting itself. No peaks round from BetBoom. What is the move? They're half and half, but they're going in. Quick trade outside of window. Rek got to do some heavy lifting here on this AK, as he will be the vanguard in towards this B bomb site. Chiron finds good timing for a swing, leaving it all down to Sin, who does not want anything more to do with this one. 11 rounds for BetBoom.
Oh, well, BetBoom, tail end of the game, coming alive and making this a conversation. I mean, Sin saving the AWP, I guess, is a silver lining and a positive. It's just the fact that there's not a lot left in there. I mean, what, 1 gun round left to work with. And it started off so well. I thought that Swisher's antics at the start, where he basically kind of gives them 2 kills, and of his own work might have been enough, but BetBoom just don't panic in that situation. They respond well, bring it back to a 3 versus 3, and just play the age-old kind of, you know, trades benefit the T-side type vibe. And that's what we've got. A buy-in play to M80, now or never. This is all chips to the middle of the felt. Lose this, and BetBoom find themselves with a 12 in this round, and probably a pretty lackluster buy out of M80 to hunt for their 13th. Now or never, boys. What have you got?
Pretty simple. They execute over the top. It looks like they will go ahead of the smokes here, try and find that first frag. It's a trading of damage, but not much else. magnojez, oh, he's going to go through the smoke. Are you kidding? And this is carnage now out on the A-bomb site. Sin is around, trying to secure 2. He's robbed of the opportunity. 2 versus 2. The kills go back and forth and back and forth. And now the bomb will pull away. What is the move here? It looks like they want to hit towards that B bomb site. Swisher, he's got a little idea, little inkling. Oh, and he goes at the perfect time. He might just be able to get ahead of them here, even with the walk. Up through the underpass. How is the timing going to work, though? Is he going to run into them? Are they going to run past him? He hears them coming, and he's playing it safe. Siren goes in for a look, but he still goes down. It's Zorte for the round, and Swisher spams him out. Oh, my goodness. This guy has got the brains. 2 of the biggest kills of the game so far.
Oh, my God. That is so important. A lifeline extended off the back of a bit of brilliance at the tail end. A weird round as well. Pushing the smoke and not clearing Baug. Already feels a little weird, and these kind of back and forth moments. But Swisher, head in the swivel. The 180 is a beaut. And like you said, right, such a smart guy. Such an important kill. Again, another time I'll call it at 11 all, and there is a buy to work with. Both ways, but neither side of stability. In terms of the long-term econ, the funds are running a little dry, and that is something leaving us on edge just a tad. swing round, win this, and it could be a 2-for-1 special. It could mean taking the map 13-11. In itself, it would be ridiculous. All for Slacks. One for Zorte as well. Like a little for magnojez. For a very important player, he's putting a bit of a lesser weapon.
A sacrifice being made. He's maybe not having the hottest performance here on Mirage. We're executing A again. We're executing A again, maybe. Yeah, a little different this time around, though. Much more forward-facing, and it starts off well. Rek puts down his own smoke to try and work around it. Swisher's got the right idea here. Whoa, but he doesn't spot Nafany. He's checking different angles. Rek, meanwhile, above the smoke. Oh, the flash! Where's that come from? Oh, no. That could have been absolutely massive. He'd crept under not just one, but two crosshairs. 5v3, low HP bars dotted about, and surely M80 have to give this one up.
I think they do. I think they have to save it. They cannot afford the risk. They cannot afford the chance of losing these weapons. Because it's basically all they're going to have heading in towards what is potentially the final round. Oh, man. How things are looking at the moment, it is not great. This could be BetBoom just stealing away the map, the victory at the tail end, the final hurdle. It's been an insane series for kind of most of the wrong reasons. But this third map has delivered. It got exactly what we wanted. Competitive from both sides. Really delving deep into the strat book. But it does feel like at the tail end here. And it might have slipped away. Nafany, it's a crazy call to just go A again, right? Off the back of it. Kind of basically not working last time, but maybe that's part of the genius. If it fails once, surely they're unexpected again.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he goes back in for an A hit, but it's slightly different, you know, not as fully fledged execute. It was just the con smoke and a flash. So I think what happens a little bit subconsciously is like you, as a CT, see that coming in and you're like, oh, it's an A hit again. I know what they did last time, so I can kind of play a bit similar. That was successful for me. And Nafany is trying to call around that. So, and that's obviously the mind games, you know, maybe M80 have done that in their heads and said, yeah, I know, play it similar because it's an A execute again. Or maybe they're like, oh, it's slightly different. I got to change something up, you know, and you get a little panicked, a little rigid. Slack's going to take the tag? That's kind of mental to me. It looked like a flick upwards, you know, but somehow it's landed in the leg. And he is looking for this kill. Not going to get the opportunity, though.
Yeah, and just as he was tempted to creep around is when they fall away. It does look like they want to hit A again. And, you know, again, it's the right call. Rek and an MP9 is all they've got here. Mid-smoke going to come through from Nafany. 4 of them grouping up through A as Rek playing in and around Balk. Oh my god, this could be itself. Slacks might find a kill here. Nafany's starting to move towards mid. Off action come over. Slack's going to try and avoid it. Oh no! Turns away, tries to flick back, and it cost him his life.
I mean, he was out in the open, dog. He was screwed for sure. Rek. Whoa, still alive. Just being a distraction here. Still a 4 versus 3 in favor of BetBoom. The nade going in could finish. It does indeed. Sin, however, coming round the corner. Swisher, 1 HP to play with. Sin, they know vaguely where he's at, but he has crept a little under the radar. They'll cross in towards the site. Sin gets some decent damage. Whoa, he's getting giddy here. He's getting confident. Nade into the smoke. It goes down. That might just be it. Swisher has to somehow clutch this. 1v3, 1 HP. They know he stares with the spam attempts. And surely now, BetBoom, do not mess this up. He's trying his best. Nothing coming off. Wide swing. Somehow survives that. But yeah, they know exactly where he is. They can just play around the time. And eventually he gets dropped. 13-11. 2-1. And heartbreak for M80. What a third map. And what a series out from both those teams. You really have to give credit.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the first maps, the first 2 maps were they were pretty rough, right? Neither side really on the losing side.